Hello everybody and welcome back to the chassis variant series. We're kicking off now with the Panthers. Oh, what to be a Panther? There are two variants of the Panther that are in the chassis variant series outside of the standard 10K, which is the one I actually chose to do the video of, not the original technical readout 3025 9R. But I thought I would go even further back with the now antiquated 8Z. Now this Panther is weaker by default. Comes with a large laser that still keeps the SRM4. Not a lot of variation in the Panthers, but I still like them. They're damn fine light mechs. Now, obviously, if you play the Panther and you're a light pilot, you may find that the relative speed difference and weapon variation is kind of lacking, granted. I mean, PGI even added an apocryphal variant that came with a ballistic slot, because some people like their DACA, and some people like to stick in things like AC2s and LB cannons and that kind of thing into their light mechs when they can, and so that's why they did it. I probably won't do a chassis variant series about that because it's not a real Panther variant. But the 8Z, within the confines of Battletech, was a much earlier variant that was a testbed for heavier weapons, and it was found in universe that the large laser was a little too hot for the weapon mounting to properly discharge most of the heat, and as a result it wasn't really in circulation very long. So in MWO, the 8Z basically compensates by having the ability to have a couple more laser slots to try and differentiate it a bit. But honestly, if I was running this just to get the three variants done, I'd take the 9R, the 10K, and whatever the P variant. I'd take them. The P variant is at least going to give you something a bit different to play. You can stick fucking machine guns in the right arm and you'll be fine. The 8Z, it's not my favourite. I really like Panthers, but PPC is where it's at with this thing. And something to see, you can't stick the PPC in the arm anyway. But from a default tabletop perspective, running this in MWO, I really find the large laser just doesn't really do the damage. Because the great thing with the PPC is it's, you know, when you hit and you do 10 damage, and you're doing quite a good whack, and you have that ability to kind of peek and shoot. It kind of reminds me of playing the Adder for the clan perspective, and that's what I really liked about the 9R and the 10K. So the 8Z doesn't really get my thumbs up, doesn't get any approval. I would say build wise, go nuts, whatever you feel like, really. Panthers are going to be a tough sell for a lot of players in MechWarrior because it just doesn't really have that it factor, that oomph of a lot of the other light mechs that are available currently for Innisphere players. You know, it's stacked up against things like the Spider and the Raven, and especially things like the Firestarter, and even, it does to a lesser degree, even the Urban Mech. I mean, the Panther is a bit of a difficult sell for people, and I think the Panther's really only going to appeal to people like myself, who just really love the ability to have big, like, heavy energy weapons on a light mech like this. And it's one of the main things that really drew me to the mech, because it was such a different playstyle. Obviously, the upsides of the Panther is that it's generally survivable. It can be a little bit of a zombie mech. I mean, granted, its energy weapons are in its right arm, but you've at least got that missile punch in the CT. And I think you can whack in a couple of streaks if you want to hunt down light mechs. It's not going to be the best light hunter, but at least it might scare the crap out of somebody who chases you down. Yeah, not a lot else to say. I mean, if a lot of you probably already run the Panther, and you've probably run it to death, and it's unlikely to be your first pick as a light mech. I personally find, as I said, the PPC variant to be much better than the 8Z. Its quirks don't really make it that great. Sure, the large laser's got a good rate of fire because of the quirks, but it's not a must-have, and they still... I mean, the rate of fire doesn't even have anything over the little Locust with its ER large laser quirk. It just... yeah. Maybe they could improve it with quirks, I don't know. So this is going to wrap up soon as far as the footage goes. This wasn't a great match, and I don't know, maybe it just highlighted my experience playing this variant compared to the Truster PPC. So yeah, 8Z, yeah, sadly gets a thumbs down. It's hard to say that because I do like my Panthers, and this one was a bit of a bitter pill. So I remember it being a son of a bitch to run. when I was trying to level them up in the first place, and yeah, I'm kind of glad I don't have to ever go back to this mech. If I had to rebuy this one for the video because I'd sold my original 8Z. I was just so like hacked off of it. Just, no. So yeah, avoid if you can. Go for the 9R 10K and the P variant. So yeah, that's been the chassis variant series Panther 8Z not glowing review. Have a good one, folks. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more chassis variant series popping up on my channel. And if you haven't already and you like these videos, please subscribe. Also, please rate the video, comment if you agree, disagree, have a suggestion how it could be built, all that good stuff. So have a good one, folks. Critical Rocket signing out.